Good. Just like so. Good. Just let that arm relax.
Oh, there we go.
That was the thud we needed. What's up, everyone? Dr. Nick Nelson coming back here from Element Chiropractic Edmonton. We are here with Tanner Boser from the UFC. So this gentleman is a beast in the ring. You've probably seen him massacre a few people in the last couple months. So we've been working together for about 8 months off and on. When we first started, he was training and he was really trying to get into that first UFC bout. He demolished it, and since then he's had about 3, was it 3 or 4?
About 4.
4 in the UFC officially, and he is now number 15 in the UFC. So we've worked on a few different issues throughout that time, but today he's coming in with something very specific that we're going to be taking a look at. So go ahead.
I got some sort of knot going on under my shoulder blade. I noticed it started doing Jiu Jitsu. I don't know exactly what it is. Nick thinks it's probably a rib that's slightly out of place. It's just aching, kind of causing an ache to go down my arm. It was hindering me from taking deep breaths for a couple days. Again, these are just kind of typical wear and tear and bumps and bruises of a fight camp. Not the end of the world, but Nick's always good to help me get back in tip-top shape here so that I can crush my training sessions again tomorrow.
So what we're going to do, we're going to real quickly take a look at assessing that. So before we started this video, I did go in and do a preliminary assessment. So we're just going to go through and show you what we're doing to confirm that, and then we're going to get to the adjustment. So right away, when we're going to the area of concern, when I go to this left side, it's not that bad. When I'm pushing in here, is there any tenderness there?
A bit, yeah.
Right in there?
Yeah.
So what we can see when I just scan the area is my fingers actually drop into this pocket of edema. So I know right here that this side doesn't jump into that sort of area. So we do have some swelling inside one of these rib heads. And now just gonna take a look at isolating that. So what I'm gonna have you do is I want you to take a really big breath in for me. And out. Good, so I want you guys to pay attention to my thumbs right now. Another big breath in. See how this left one expanded and the right one did not, and out. So what we're seeing there is that this rib is dysfunctional right now, which is not allowing it to inhale, which is going to impact this gentleman's ability to get air in, which is very important in a fight. Now, what he's also feeling is some numbness and some tingling referring down into this lat region and down into the arm. So this is very common with rib injuries, because when the rib pops out, the rib will actually pop out as a unit. So all the way to the very front, this thing will come out and it'll actually impact some of the nerve pathways that are going past that. So I can definitely feel the rib head right here that I know we're going to be working on. So we're going to get into the adjustment and we're going to put this back into place. Okay. So scanning this area again, we can feel this pocket. And there's actually a rotation to the vertebra in here. So there's a lot of damage that can happen to the body while you're in a fight, especially when you're a high-level UFC fighter. A lot of that stuff can give you issues that you don't feel pain or you don't feel for a while afterwards. So Tanner said he was just doing some jiu-jitsu. We don't know if that was actually the link or if this could be coming from a previous episode, but we're going to get this vertebra right here and it's going to rotate that rib with it. So take a big breath in and all the way out. Good. Beautiful. So we're going to take one more big one here. And out. There we go. So always checking the whole system here. We can see there's a restriction to this left hip on Tanner, so we're going to check what's causing that. Good. Good, so some rigidness in that sacrum. So we're going to go ahead and have you turn this side up.
Okay.
And this. There we go, and onto the other side. So with Tanner, you don't hear a huge releases on him quite often because he is fairly full of muscle. So if you're ever wondering what it's like to fight a grizzly bear, this is probably as close you're gonna get. Good. And onto your back. Good. Okay. So we get those upper ribs on this left side here. And we're going to recheck this side. This is the problem side. So we're going to have to just swing that way. Good. And then hold the top of your shoulder just like so. Good. And just let that arm relax.
Oh, there we go.
That was the thud we needed. Okay, let that arm relax. So what you heard there was that rib coming through underneath the clavicle. So that rib moving like a unit, it affects the entire shoulder mobility. Relax this here. There we go. So not usually a position Tanner lets his head relax in, but we get it there. Again, always checking these feet. With his sport, there's a little bit more impact than most people have to worry about. So it's important to make sure the top of his foot is moving. It's pretty rigid on this one here, so we're just going to just let that fall for me. There we go. All right, my man, come on up.
Awesome.
So we're gonna take a look, yeah, just here. I just wanna confirm this. So we're gonna find again that first rib. I want you to take a big breath in again. Beautiful, and out. So you see how those both are moving together. And then we're gonna check these upper ribs. Another big breath. Good, and out. Good, so both these upper ribs expanding as well. Beautiful. So this is just another day in the life of Tanner, but we will be in here again, probably seeing him after his next fight. But this gentleman is going to crush another one. When's the next round?
November 7th against Andrei Arlovsky.
All right, so tune in on that. You won't be disappointed. Catch you later.